5 anti-aging foods seniors should eat every week, backed by science. Have you ever caught yourself in the mirror and thought, when did that wrinkle get there? Or maybe you felt like your joints are a little stiffer, your energy fades quicker, or your skin just doesn't bounce back like it used to. You're not alone. Aging is something we all go through, but here's the good news. It's not something we have to surrender to. Not completely anyway. Because aging isn't just about birthdays or gray hair. It's also about inflammation, cell damage, and the everyday wear and tear that adds up over time. But what many people don't realize is that what you eat can either speed that process up, or slow it way down. That's right. Some foods are like time machines for your body. They help fight off the kind of silent damage that causes wrinkles, brain fog, low energy, and yes, even chronic disease. And no, I'm not talking about expensive powders or miracle supplements. I'm talking about real whole foods you can find at your local grocery store. Foods backed by science. Foods that, when eaten regularly, can make your skin glow a little more, your memory feel a little sharper, and your body move a little easier. So today we're talking about 5 powerful anti-aging foods you should be eating every week. Not once in a while. Not just when they're on sale. Every single week, because the benefits don't come from a single bite. They come from consistency. From choosing to nourish your body day after day, and watching the years begin to feel a little lighter. Let's start with something that's small but mighty. In fact, it's often overlooked in the fruit aisle, sitting there in a plastic container, quietly waiting to be picked. I'm talking about blueberries. These little berries are often called brain food for a reason. They're packed with something called anthocyanins, those deep purple pigments that help reduce inflammation and protect your brain cells from aging. Now, you don't need to understand all the science to feel the benefits. Just know this. Studies have shown that seniors who regularly eat blueberries have better memory, focus, and even coordination than those who don't. That's right, these berries are helping your brain age backwards. They also support heart health and help regulate blood sugar, which becomes even more important as we get older. And the best part? You can eat them fresh, frozen, in a smoothie, sprinkled over oatmeal, or just by the handful. They're sweet, delicious, and they don't spike your blood sugar the way some other fruits do. If there's one fruit to keep on hand, this is it. Now let's move into the kitchen and specifically to the spice rack. Because the second anti-aging powerhouse isn't a food you eat in large portions. It's something you add to your meals and it can make a world of difference. I'm talking about turmeric. Turmeric has been used for centuries in traditional medicine, especially in Indian and Asian cultures. But now modern science is catching up and it turns out grandma was right. Turmeric contains a compound called curcumin, which has very powerful anti-inflammatory effects. Chronic inflammation is one of the root causes of aging. It's like a slow burn in the body that wears out your joints, dulls your skin, clouds your thinking, and contributes to diseases like Alzheimer's, arthritis, and even cancer. What turmeric does is cool that burn. It soothes the body from the inside out. People who regularly consume turmeric report fewer aches and pains, better digestion, and even improved mood. That's because curcumin also affects brain chemicals like serotonin and dopamine, your feel-good hormones. Now, turmeric works best when paired with black pepper, which helps your body absorb it more effectively. So if you're adding turmeric to a soup, a scrambled egg, or even a cup of warm almond milk, just sprinkle a pinch of black pepper along with it. Some people also enjoy it as golden milk, a warm drink made with milk, turmeric, black pepper, and a touch of honey. It's soothing, calming, and a beautiful way to wind down in the evening. And while we're in the kitchen, let's take a look at another food that's easy to overlook, because it's not flashy and it doesn't come with a health halo. But it should. Because the third food you'll want to include every week is fatty fish like salmon, sardines, or mackerel. Now before you say, I don't like fish, hear me out. Fatty fish are one of the best sources of omega-3 fatty acids. And those little fats are like liquid gold for your body. They support your heart, cushion your joints, nourish your skin, and, perhaps most importantly, they protect your brain. As we age, our brains naturally begin to shrink a bit. That sounds scary, but it's a normal part of life. The trick is slowing down that process. And omega-3s have been shown to help do exactly that. People who eat fatty fish regularly have been found to have larger brain volumes in old age, especially in areas linked to memory and learning. And here's something else. Omega-3s help reduce depression and anxiety, which can creep in later in life. They also improve eye health, reduce stiffness, and can even make your skin look more hydrated and youthful. If fish really isn't your thing, you can also try flax seeds or walnuts for plant-based omega-3s, but fatty fish is the most effective source. Even one serving a week can make a big difference. Try baking a piece of salmon with lemon and herbs, or adding canned sardines to toast or salad. Start small. See what feels doable. Now that we've talked about the power of blueberries, turmeric, and fatty fish, you can probably already feel how small shifts in your meals can create a big ripple effect. It's not about overhauling everything at once. It's about making smarter choices one bite at a time. Food isn't just fuel, it's information. Every meal you eat tells your body something. And when you feed it the right message, the results show up in your energy, your mood, and the way you age. The amazing thing about food is that it doesn't just fill our stomachs. It has the power to heal us, energize us, and in many ways preserve us. And when we give our bodies the nutrients they've been quietly craving, something starts to shift. Joints feel less stiff. The mind feels clearer. You sleep better, move easier, and even smile more, because your body is finally being supported the way it needs to be, especially as the years go by. Now that we've talked about the incredible benefits of blueberries, turmeric, and fatty fish, let's turn our attention to something you might already have sitting in your pantry. You've likely had it your whole life without realizing just how powerful it really is. I'm talking about leafy greens. Yes, simple, humble leafy greens, like spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens, and even good old-fashioned romaine. These aren't just salad fillers. They're anti-aging superstars, packed with fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants that protect your cells from damage and keep your organs running like a well-oiled machine. Here's what makes greens so special. First, they're rich in vitamin K, which helps support bone density and prevents fractures. As we age, our bones naturally weaken, but vitamin K helps strengthen the structure from the inside out. And that matters, because one of the biggest risks for seniors is a fall that leads to a break. Leafy greens help reduce that risk. They're also loaded with folate, a B vitamin that supports brain health. In fact, studies have shown that people who eat leafy greens daily experience slower cognitive decline than those who don't. That means sharper thinking, better memory, and fewer of those frustrating, "where did I put my glasses?" moments. But perhaps one of the most overlooked benefits is how leafy greens support gut health. The fiber in these greens feeds the good bacteria in your digestive tract, which not only improves digestion but also helps boost your immune system. A healthy gut is the foundation of a healthy body, and leafy greens keep that system running smoothly. Now, if you're thinking, "I'm not a big salad eater," don't worry. You don't have to crunch through raw greens every day to enjoy the benefits. You can sauté spinach with a little garlic and olive oil as a warm side dish. Add chopped kale into your soup or stew. Throw a handful of greens into your morning smoothie. You'll barely taste them, but your body will thank you. The key is consistency. Even a small serving a few times a week adds up over time. Your body doesn't need perfect. It needs regular support. And greens are one of the easiest, most affordable ways to give it just that. Now let's move to our fifth and final anti-aging food. And this one brings a smile to a lot of faces because not only is it delicious, it's surprisingly good for you. I'm talking about dark chocolate. Yes, you heard that right. Real, rich, high-quality dark chocolate isn't just a treat. It's actually loaded with antioxidants, particularly flavonoids, which have been shown to support heart health, improve brain function, and even protect the skin from the sun's aging effects. But not all chocolate is created equal. I'm not talking about sugary milk chocolate bars filled with caramel and candy. I mean dark chocolate that's at least 70% cocoa or higher. This kind of chocolate is bitter, yes, but that bitterness is a sign of its potency. It means there's less sugar and more of those protective compounds your body loves. Here's what the research shows. People who consume a small amount of dark chocolate a few times a week often have lower blood pressure, better circulation, and even improved mood. That's because dark chocolate triggers the release of endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that help lift your spirits and reduce stress. And we all know how powerful stress can be. Chronic stress ages you. It raises inflammation, weakens your immune system, and robs you of sleep. But something as simple as a square of dark chocolate enjoyed mindfully, maybe after dinner with a cup of herbal tea, can bring a moment of joy, a little reset, and a whole lot of benefits. Now, of course, moderation matters. A few small squares a day is plenty. We're not turning this into an excuse to binge on sweets. But when used wisely, dark chocolate becomes a tool for wellness. And honestly, who doesn't love a habit that tastes this good? When you look at these 5 foods together, blueberries, turmeric, fatty fish, leafy greens, and dark chocolate, it becomes clear that eating for longevity doesn't have to be boring, restrictive, or complicated. These are delicious, satisfying foods that offer real benefits to your brain, heart, skin, and entire body. What matters most isn't just having these foods once. It's about building them into your weekly rhythm. It's the little decisions, adding berries to your breakfast, sprinkling turmeric into your soup, choosing salmon over processed meat, tossing spinach into your omelet, or enjoying a square of dark chocolate instead of a sugary snack that build up over time. These small acts of nourishment are how you love your future self. And if you're thinking, this all sounds great, but how do I actually make it happen? Start with what feels easiest. Maybe you already like blueberries, so just commit to buying them once a week. Or maybe adding greens to a smoothie feels simple. Begin there. Don't wait until everything is perfect. Just take one step. Because the truth is, your body wants to heal. It wants to thrive. Sometimes it just needs a little help, a little encouragement, a little more of the right fuel. And once you start giving it that fuel, the changes begin. Maybe subtle at first, but they build. More energy, clearer thinking, a lighter step, a softer glow to your skin, less discomfort after meals, more strength when you get up in the morning. It's all connected. It's easy to overlook how powerful food can be, especially in a world where we're surrounded by quick fixes and miracle promises in a bottle. But sometimes, it's the simple, everyday choices, the groceries we bring home, the meals we prepare with love, that have the greatest impact on how we age, how we feel, and how we show up in the world after 60. When you start bringing these 5 anti-aging foods into your week, those vibrant blueberries, the golden glow of turmeric, the richness of fatty fish, the fresh crunch of leafy greens, and yes, even that square of dark chocolate, you're sending a message to your body that says, I care about you. I want you to thrive. I'm not done yet. That message is powerful. Because after 60, it's not about chasing youth. It's about building strength, protecting your joy, and staying as healthy and independent as you can for as long as you can. And food gives you the power to do exactly that, without extreme diets or punishing routines. Maybe you've been through years of focusing on everyone else, your kids, your partner, your job, your responsibilities. Maybe you've put your own health last for too long. But here you are now, and you have a beautiful opportunity to shift that. To say, this next chapter? It's for me. Not in a selfish way, but in a sacred way. Because when you're well, when you feel good in your body, when your mind is clear and your heart is steady, you show up better for the people you love too. You're not dragging through the day or dealing with constant discomfort. You're laughing, sharing, moving, and living fully. That's what we all want, isn't it? And the amazing part is that these changes don't have to feel like punishment. This isn't about restriction, it's about enrichment. It's about giving your body the nutrients it's quietly been craving and watching how much easier life becomes when you stop fighting against your biology and start supporting it. So how do you put this into action without getting overwhelmed? You keep it simple. Keep a bowl of berries in the fridge. Cook a piece of salmon once a week, maybe Sunday dinner or lunch with a friend. Buy a big bunch of spinach or kale and toss it into meals where you can. Try golden milk in the evenings or just sprinkle turmeric into soup, rice, or scrambled eggs. And treat yourself to that dark chocolate, not because it's indulgent but because it's intelligent. You might be surprised how quickly your taste buds adjust too. The more you give your body whole, vibrant foods, the more it starts to want them. Cravings for sugar and salt begin to fade. Digestion improves. Your skin starts to reflect the nourishment happening from within. And maybe, just maybe, you start to feel a little more like yourself again. Now, none of this means you'll never have another cookie or skip a vegetable here and there. Life is meant to be enjoyed. But when you've got a solid foundation, when your weekly habits are strong and steady, those little detours don't knock you off course. They become part of a balanced, sustainable life that supports your energy, clarity, and joy well into your 70s, 80s, and even beyond. And if you're watching this and thinking, but I have health issues, or, I wish I started this sooner, I want to tell you, where you are right now is not too late. Your body is constantly renewing itself. Every cell in your body is listening to what you feed it. Every healthy bite you take tells your body, we're still building. We're still strong. We're still here. Maybe you can't do everything, and that's okay. But you can do something. You can choose better ingredients. You can drink more water. You can move a little more. You can take the next best step, whatever that looks like for you. That's how transformation happens. Not in big leaps, but in quiet, consistent action. And if you've already started making changes, I hope you take a moment to be proud of yourself. It takes courage to break habits, to try something new, to believe in your own future. Every piece of fruit you eat instead of a cookie, every salad you say yes to, every meal you make with care, that's an act of love. That's you choosing life, choosing energy, choosing to be here fully. I hope you'll keep going. I hope you'll share what's working for you in the comments. Maybe you've discovered a new recipe with turmeric that you love, or you found a way to enjoy greens that surprised you. Your experience could inspire someone else who's just starting out. And if this video has helped you, if it made something click or gave you a nudge of encouragement, go ahead and click that like button. It helps more people see this kind of content. And if you're not already subscribed, I'd love for you to join this community. We're here to uplift, educate, and remind each other that aging can be beautiful when we do it with intention. The road ahead is still full of possibility. You deserve to feel vibrant, sharp, and strong, not just for a few years but for the long haul. And the foods you choose every week are one of your greatest allies on that journey. So here's to the meals that heal, the bites that nourish, and the joy that grows with every small, smart choice you make. Here's to living your best life, at any age. You've got this.